And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you, Aquaba, and welcome. Welcome to another round of the Culturally Conscious Communications here on LIB Radio, LIB TV here on livinginblack.com. My name is Kidi Owadu, aka The Conscious Rasta. And this evening, I have a special treat for you today here on LIB Radio. I am going to be joined by two brothers from different mothers who recently had an experience here in Las Vegas where they came out and they spent some time at our newly inaugurated Living Superfood Healthy Retreat. We had a very, very good time. And I want to say that we're going to be doing it again. Now, bear with me here. I'm just pushing a couple buttons in the background where we are live and direct. And here we go. We are on LIB Radio. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I am joined on the telephone line by the first of our two guests. Let me welcome Brother Eric. I have you on the stage. Aquaba, welcome. How you doing today, Eric?
If I was any better, I'd be somebody else.
And we do have Michael joining us also. Michael, how are you doing since you're back in Ohio now?
Oh, I'm doing very good, very good. So yeah, everything's working out real well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You two brothers had the opportunity to travel from your native Columbus, Ohio, and come to Las Vegas, where we inaugurated our new home-based healing retreat. So, first of all, congratulations on your journey and the wonderful commitment that you have made. But we're here tonight to talk about your experience and what you went through and what the results are. And hopefully, we'll have good reports coming back from your reintegration into the society there in Columbus. So where do we start this dialogue? First, maybe we can begin with you, Michael, because you, friends with Terry, inaugurated this whole issue that brought you both to Las Vegas. Tell us about that experience.
Yes, well, um, I had been talking with Terry back and forth about some different issues that I was having with breathing, and also the weight loss, and wanted to get off medications. So
Mm-hmm.
she decided that it would be a good idea to come down, um, meet with you guys, and go through the process and show
Mm-hmm.
us exactly, um, how it works. A lot of times, somebody can tell you something, but when you actually get to do it in person, it's a lot different. So that's how this whole journey started for me. And I also referred my brother Eric
Mm-hmm.
over to Terry as well, because he has some issues that he was dealing with and he wants to get taken care of as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I am glad that you did refer Eric. Getting a chance to meet both of you for myself was quite an experience. And Brother Eric, you accompanied Michael. You came on out. What did you find when you first got here?
Well, just before that, Kitty,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really sold on superfoods and the benefits that I received once I got there.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got there, I was still skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
and until I started eating the foods that you have prepared, and I just noticed that the aches and pains that I had throughout my body, they just weren't there after a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out there and I had like 5 different diagnoses. I
Mm.
was just a walking medical journal, and I was on 14 different types of medications.
Ooh.
And after I just maybe 7 days, 7 8 days, I went from 14 medications down to 8 medications,
Mm-hmm.
which is where I'm at right now. My weight loss, I've lost 15 pounds. I'm very happy with that. I'm just staying the course, just keeping in mind the things that you taught us to do, and to be consistent with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations on those changes. That's a incredible change, especially you came out and you lost 15 pounds after about 14 days, 13 days with the
Yeah,
day of travel, and you didn't starve during that whole process. Of course, you did
yeah.
engage in two extended water fasts. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the water fast, how you integrated that into your week.
Yeah, well, I talked when I after I talked to you about what was involved in that, and I thought that I was gonna starve. But after the first day, I had some grumblings, with
Mm-hmm.
hunger, and then after the first day, I was fine. I mean, I didn't have any hunger feelings. Now I could eat if I chose to have eaten,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't. I wanted to stay the course and finish the fast for 3 days. And I think did we do 2 days the first time and then 3 days the second time? Can't remember
Awesome,
how that
awesome.
worked. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we
worked out really, really well.
yeah, but it did. Yeah, sure did.
Now, Michael, I don't recall, did you do any fasting while you were here?
No, no, I didn't do any fasting while I was there, and I actually was able to lose 10 pounds in 7 days.
Wow.
And I was really impressed. With the weight loss, and also to be able to cut back on the medications that I was taking. And after a couple days, I was able to stop taking my blood pressure medicine. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was feeling a lot better. I had more energy. My thoughts were clear. So I could clearly tell the benefits of the healthy eating. And I also, was kind of skeptical about the food, and, would it be enough to, where I wouldn't be hungry. And I never felt hungry, and I never craved any meat.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, I made it a point that you brothers would not feel hungry while you were here. We don't bring people out to our healing retreat just to starve them, but you did have the option of eating as much as you want. Did I ever starve you brothers while you were here?
No,
Not at all.
we were starved for more information, but we weren't
Yeah.
starved for any food. No.
Yeah, well, dynamite. That's good to hear. And you were wonderful host. I gotta say, I gotta say. So a lot of different things went on. Michael, you came off of your blood pressure medicine. How soon after you arrived here?
A couple days.
So it took about 2 days to come off the medicine. Before you came off the medicine, and I did integrate this into a an image that I put up on the screen. I'm going to show this image here real quick. 1 second. Let me just add this to the stage. I hope you can see that image. That's actually an image of the non-starvation food that you ate when you were out here. Does anybody want to comment on what that food looks like in your memory?
Well, I remember that looking at it, I'm thinking like, wow, that's a lot of food. and and I was able to eat. I was able to eat all of it, and I wasn't hungry afterwards. And it
Yeah,
was very good. It was very very good.
awesome, awesome. Do you remember that plate? I think that was about the first plate you got when you were out here, Michael.
Yes, yes, I do remember that, and it was awesome. I mean, um, I never really thought that I could really go without eating meat, but after eating your food, it was very evident that I that's something that I don't have to have, and I can still eat and be full and not have to put all that tox toxic meat in my body.
Yeah, I can recall this day because this was the day after we had gone to the local uh, outlet store for Vita Cost, and we had done some serious shopping. Eric, you didn't go that week, but next week you and I went. But Michael, you recall we went to the store and we bought a lot of
Yes, we
different
did.
vitamins and supplements. Had you been taking any of these vitamins and supplements before?
No, no, I haven't had been taking any of those supplements before.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking magnesium and potassium,
Mm-hmm.
but those were about the only ones that I were taking. I was taking.
Well, we did add quite a few of them. And then about 2 days after you had arrived, we took your blood pressure. And where are we looking at right now?
Yes, it's looking really good, and my numbers are about in that same range
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Yeah. In fact, I can recall this day we took the blood pressure 3 times. I always recommend when people take the blood pressure at their doctor's office, the doctor only takes their blood pressure once. But you found out something different. In fact, this was the third time you took it that day. And this was actually the highest of the different readings that you got. But let me talk to us about this experience of taking your blood pressure more than one time. What do you find?
I found it a lot more accurate. When you do it 3 times, because you can get like a more of a better gauge of what your blood pressure is.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when I'm at home, I always take it 3 times, so I can make sure I can get the most accurate reading. But I was really excited about the progress that I made in those couple days, and to be able to come off that blood pressure medicine.
Yeah, very, very good. Congratulations on that. And so on this day, it showed that you had brought it to the normal range, had kept it there for a couple of days, and that was when you decided you would come off the blood pressure medicine.
Yes, that is correct.
Awesome, awesome. I'm looking at the next slide. And what am I looking at here, Eric?
You're looking at my Freestyle Libre 3 monitoring my blood sugars. That's the
Mm-hmm.
device that I use.
Mm-hmm. And what is it telling us in this particular reading?
It tells me that my sugars started off normal. They went a little high, and then they came back low again. And where they are right now, 108. It reads 108 right there, and I've been checking it today, and it's around 100, 147. I had drank some juice today because I'm fasting again, so my sugars are a little bit elevated,
Mm-hmm.
but my sugars are within normal range.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The gauge actually shows the normal range that people are looking at the screen. The
Mm,
green area is the normal range. So it is normal, isn't it, that your blood
yes,
sugar will spike during the middle part of the day, but then it
yes,
goes back down according to, of course, how you have regulated with your nutrition.
right, exactly. That's exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing that I was impressed about is that how my sugars would spike as they do with everybody, but then they would
Mm-hmm.
in a diabetic they would not necessarily come back to normal like they did here.
Now,
But
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Just to give people a comparison, before you came, what was the range of your blood sugars as they would spike during the day?
300, 350.
Wow.
Yeah,
300 to 350. And
yeah.
now on about, this is probably about the fourth day, I believe we're reading
That,
these.
that's about right. Yeah.
It's come down to 108. Now, since you've been back, has I guess it has been consistently in those ranges to where you feel pretty comfortable with yourself.
I do. I do. I feel like I said, I'm still monitoring my sugars. Most recently, it spiked a little bit because I was drinking my juices today,
Hmm.
and my tea and my water, so it spiked a little bit. But I hear my machine in there; it's chirping right now, letting me know that my sugars are about 124.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Congratulations, Mike. What do you have
Yeah.
to say to your friend about that blood sugar?
Oh, I'm just really happy for him, because I know that that was one of the things that he went to uh, Vegas for, is to cut back on some of the medications that he was taking, and I'm so happy because he's tried a lot of other things to bring it down and get it to a reasonable number without much success, but this has definitely been a blessing for him.
Hmm.
That's right. And again, the surprise is this is after about 2 to 4 days. We saw the numbers coming down. It
Hmm.
came down, and we're always lingering in about this range. I think maybe 1 or 2 days after that, it might have spiked to closer to 200, but it never, from my understanding, I don't recall it ever breaching about 157 or so.
That's about right. That's about right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So it is anticipated that the living superfood regimen that you brothers were on out here would permanently reverse the blood pressure by about 5 to 7 days. And again, Michael, you came down on your meds after 2 days, or came off of your meds after 2 days and stayed there the rest of the week. And similarly, Eric, you had good numbers with your blood pressure. And with the diabetes, it is anticipated that it would get to the pre-diabetes stage by about the 7th to the 14th day. Now, the 13th day is, of course, when you had to leave and go back home, Eric.
Hmm.
So it would be expected that as you maintain strict control over just what you eat, you can eat all you want. You just got to make sure you eat the right things, that the
Hmm.
numbers would stay within that range.
That's
Did
right.
you had a chance to talk to your diabetes doctor since you've been back?
Not since I've been back,
Mm-hmm.
but the last report was that she wanted me. I told her what I was out to Las Vegas for,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very encouraging to tell me to continue to do what it is that I've been doing that brought about the success that I've had. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she was very happy for me.
Awesome. I would be very, very happy to have been there and seen the look on her face when she saw that. And you did tell her that you had yourself voluntarily cut back on, you were taking two different diabetes injections. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I started off taking 40 units or 37 units of long acting insulin,
Mm-hmm.
and I was taking 25 units three times a day of short acting insulin, where after 4 days, I was taking 10 units of the long acting insulin twice a day, and then taking the short acting insulin 5 units uh, 2 times a day.
Okay, so you were able to cut back about 50% then on your insulin
A little
intake.
bit more than 50%. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. But do you plan on continuing to cut back on it?
Oh boy. Yeah, with everything in my soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now you have been armed with the right information to be able to make that. Let me just ask you, brothers, this. Was it difficult for you to make the shift to a strictly vegan diet while you were here?
I don't know, Mike. What
Michael?
do you think?
No, I mean, there wasn't any issues at all with going to the vegan diet, and like I said, I was full, I was satisfied, um, and this was after, eating the superfoods the first day, and after that first day, I was sold, and I was like, I can see myself eating this way because of the results that I've been able to get while on this journey of eating healthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it was just being convinced that I needed to do it in the first place. That was the
Mm-hmm.
hard thing, was coming to that point where, okay, I'm going to do this thing. Once I made that decision that I was going to do it, then it became really easy. And then seeing the
Mm-hmm.
results that I got, then I stayed committed to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, I did show you briefly here, suicide. When food becomes so absolutely delicious
Mm,
that it literally is to die for, this
mm.
is what we call suicide. So, unfortunately, you brothers, before the trip to Las Vegas, had been on the pathway to death by eating. Am I correct? Or
Here,
early
here.
death, premature
Yes,
death
you.
by eating.
Yeah, you are
Absolutely.
correct.
You
Yeah,
want to
absolutely.
elaborate on that? Because I'm going to be putting out a book called Suicide. And with you two brothers' permission, I will be including your stories for others to understand. Yes, this does work. We've been saying it works for some time. Now we have the evidence. And we're asking other people to consider doing this for themselves. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say that I had no idea how how what I was eating was really killing me, and it was reflective in the medications that I was taking. Because Kitty, you and I went over all my medications, and all
Mm-hmm.
these things were as a result of the foods that I was eating.
That's
So
right.
it was the underlining area was the food. That was the killer right there. And the
Mm-hmm.
medications, all they did was just offset the side effects of the foods.
Mm-hmm. And Eric, you had a similar experience?
You talking to me, Kitty?
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Eric. I'm sorry. Michael. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, yes. I had this similar experience, and after seeing some of the videos that you showed us, and
Mhm.
showed us how harmful that eating meat can be, and all the dangers of it, and switching over to a superfoods diet can actually prolong your life. And, the results are there for anybody to see, with me and Eric and what we've talked about with how we've been able to, cut back on our medication, and just be at a point where I'm just feeling so much better. I have more energy, and yeah, I'm just truly amazed at what a healthy diet can really do for you eating the right foods.
Hmm. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think you're going to go back to the old way that you were eating before you made the trip out to Las Vegas?
No, no, I'm not going to go back to that, because I know the dangers of, repeating bad habits, and I like, where this thing is going, because I've only been doing this for 3 weeks tomorrow,
Hmm.
and the results that I've been able to see in that short amount of time, uh, I can't imagine what things are going to be like, in 3 months, and how I'm going to be feeling.
Yeah, 3 months, you're going to be a Pretty awesome. Now, one of the things we did do now, we had to be very cautious with any physical exercise because, Eric, you have been suffering from a very painful back situation. Can you tell us a little bit about that before we go on to another topic?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with lower back pain, and it's been I've been limited to how far I walk and how long I stand.
Mm-hmm.
I can say in after yesterday, while I was at
Mm-hmm.
church yesterday, that there were people that were telling me that we see the way you're walking a lot better. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in pain, but as you explained to me that, with chronic back pain like that, it takes about 4 months
Mm-hmm.
for the effects of it to kick in. So yeah, I'm staying hopeful. Of course, I want it to happen right now,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't happen like that. But I'm staying the course, and no, I'm like Mike. I'm not going back.
Yeah. Well, one thing that did happen, and I was wonderfully impressed with you two brothers, was one day we were outside sitting on a patio, and I demonstrated my push-up routine.
Ah,
After which, you, Brother Eric, jumped
yeah.
into position where I was in. Of course, I was doing army style push-ups, but you had
Hmm.
to do the push-ups from your knees. But that's not
Yeah.
a bad situation. What were you able to accomplish on that day?
Well, I was able to accomplish something I wasn't able to accomplish before I got there. I think I did. I think 10 or 15 push-ups,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that I wasn't able to do before. So it's baby steps. I accept it. I accept where I'm at, and I'm looking to
Mm-hmm.
increase upon that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Michael, on that very same day, you army style push-ups were able to do.
Yes, I was able to do about 30 push-ups.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am wonderfully impressed with you two brothers and your routines. Had you been able to do that before?
No, no, I wasn't able to do that before.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we've now set some milestones and some markers. And of course, now that you brothers are on your own, you're going to have to be responsible for acquiring the food on a daily basis, the food that causes your body to transform like this. How's that been going since you've been back?
Well, I'd like to jump in here and I'd like to tell a quick story.
Mm-hmm.
The day before I came back to Columbus, because I only stayed down for a week,
Mm-hmm.
um, I had actually went out to the casino, and while I'm at the casino, a lady comes up and she said she wanted to buy me lunch. So I was like, I decided to let her do it. And then I said, you know what? I said, they probably don't have anything healthy in there for me. I said, give it to somebody else. And she goes, well, just go check it out and, you know, see what they have in there. Well, I went in there and oh my goodness, I mean, they had all the bad foods. I mean, prime rib, ham, baked chicken, fried chicken,
mm,
pizza,
mm,
breakfast buffet, and you know they had a bunch of Asian dishes there too: sesame
mm-hmm.
chicken, orange chicken, desserts, and I went in there and all I ate was salad and fruit, and I was satisfied and I had the willpower to stay away from the bad foods, and that was a huge milestone for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does take a lot of willpower. I'm just getting hungry just thinking about not eating that stuff. But yeah, that's really what it takes. It does take willpower. And you proved at that point, even though it was free, that you could and would resist And I'm to say the absolute least, I'm really proud of you, brother, for having resisted. Eric, how about you?
Well, I would say that when I got back,
Mm-hmm.
driving down the street, all the restaurants, the KFCs, Taco Bell, and the Burger
Mm.
Kings, they
Mm.
just didn't have the same appeal to me,
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't long after I looked at these restaurants, I could think back to watching the videos that you showed us,
Uh-huh.
and the dangers of eating those foods. So, I quickly sought out different vegan restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do. Mike and I, we talk probably every day about our
Mm-hmm.
experience and how'd you do today. And so we kind of, encourage each other like that. And it means a lot
Mm-hmm.
to me, that I don't have to do this journey alone.
That's right.
But yeah, I've been seeking out different restaurants, and Mike, he was sharing with me he got a walk yesterday, and he did some stir fried, and he got me a walk too. So I'm excited about using that along with the juicer that I got.
Awesome. Mike in his walk. I'm not mad at you. I'm glad at you. So,
Yeah.
all right, the walk that conquered Columbus. I can't wait to hear reports back from what's happening in the capital city.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We are going to begin to wrap it up, but we got as much time as we need to talk. Have there any aspects of your healing that we have not yet covered?
Well, probably for me, it's just the exercise portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to really push myself,
Mm-hmm.
just to do I got this recumbent bike that kind of sits at an incline, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to really discipline myself to do that. And Mike's been very encouraging in that he tells me about his exercise routine that he does routinely, and of course, and
Mm-hmm.
that motivates me to have to ride my bike.
Mm-hmm. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about your exercise routine?
Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, I mentioned a breathing problem that I was having, and Terry was telling me that, I think you can help. I can help you out with that. And that's just inflammation that you're dealing with. Well, when I was doing my spinning classes, um, I was at the point where I was getting very winded, and always had to use my rescue inhaler, during my workout routine. Well, since I got back home and started doing my spinning classes, I've no longer had to use my rescue inhaler um, for the entire hour spin uh, that I do.
Mm. Yeah, I do recall that one of the issues you had been challenged with was persistent asthma. Am I correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, since the experience with a living food and returning home, you say you have not had to reach for the rescue inhaler?
Yeah, I haven't had to use the rescue inhaler because typically when I was doing my spinning routine, I always had to, at some point uh, during the routine, I would have to take the rescue inhaler, but I haven't had to use it since I got back.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I guess you're going to put it up on eBay now and sell it, huh? And Eric, you get a chance to put your injections up on eBay as well and sell them. In fact, Eric, if I recall, didn't you leave a couple of the injectors here?
As a matter of fact, I did. Yeah, and I told you to pitch them. I haven't needed them. I haven't had one of them. I haven't had to reorder. It
Mm-hmm.
was the weekly injection. so I'm no longer taking that one. Uh,
Okay, congratulations.
yeah, thank you. And so, but now I'm working on not using the cane, and I don't use the cane very often, the upright cane. And I made a commitment to myself. I'm going to be sending you that cane once I'm not able to use it anymore.
I look forward to mounting that cane up over the top of the fireplace, my brother. As one would mount a moose's head, I will be mounting your cane. That's good news. And while you were here, I
Yeah,
did notice, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that you had put the cane in a position right in the front room next to where you were sitting most of the days when you were here. But I don't recall you using it after a few days here. In fact, you and I went shopping around the last couple, 2, 3 days that you were here, and you
yeah.
did not even have to bring the cane along with you.
Didn't think about it. Didn't cross my mind.
Hmm.
No, no, didn't cross my
And
mind.
speaking of going shopping for the Easter Sunday, you wanted to get some new clothes, but you got a
Oh,
little bit of a
oh,
surprise when you picked up your clothes for Easter Sunday. Did you want to tell that story?
oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you. Uh, you and I went out shopping, and I looked at some shorts that I wanted to get for church, and I went and grabbed a pair of 54s, which is what I had been wearing. But then when I
Hmm.
got back home to try them on, I mean, they were just grossly under. I was just, I couldn't fit in them.
Mm.
I couldn't fit in them. I had so much room. I had to take them back, you know. And
And so,
so
what size did you get?
I got a 46, 40, 48, 48, 48. Yeah,
48. Okay.
yeah. So
All
that's
right.
six inches. Yeah,
So
and I
six
was
inches.
and I noticed that just being home, my sweatpants, um,
Hmm.
I have to keep pulling them up. You
That's a
know,
good thing, isn't
that's a
it?
good thing. I have to, I got to tighten them up more. But then they still keep falling down. So uh, that was one of the things that me and Mike I talked about is that I'm just not into going out and buying more clothes. I was so unhappy with the clothes that I had that didn't fit me that I'm just
Hmm.
gonna go ahead and just lose this weight, do the right thing, and then keep the clothes that I got.
There you go. Keep the clothes that you got. Sew
Yeah,
them up when you can, and when you
yeah,
absolutely positively have to replace them so that you don't end up showing your well,
yeah.
then you can go on out. And I
Right.
would recommend, excuse me, I would recommend you get your clothes a size or two smaller than
Mm-hmm.
what you would expect to be able to fit in. It'd be better off if they fit tight for a week or two because
Yeah.
you're going to continue to lose the weight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Looking
Hmm.
forward to it too.
Yeah, that's right. What is your target weight that you brothers are headed towards?
Well, I'm around 260 now. I put on,
Okay.
so, because it kind of varied when I got back. I put on a couple of pounds and then I lost a couple of pounds. So, but my target weight is 170. So
Okay.
I got
170.
170. So I got about 90 more pounds to go.
Okay. So that's going to be some time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
And
I'm looking at at least 10 pounds, 10 pounds a month. I'll be close to that goal near Christmas time.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Eric, do you have any plans to continue taking off the weight?
You mean Michael?
Michael. Yeah, sorry about that, Michael, Eric.
No,
Like
not
I'm
a
just
big
I'm
deal.
just gonna point at you brothers and just say, are you gonna do some more weight?
Oh yes, most definitely. So I'm currently at 165 right now, and my target weight is 150.
Mm-hmm.
So um, that kind of keeps me motivated, um, and my eye on the prize as far as what I'm trying to accomplish. So yeah, I think what I'm hoping within the next possibly 3 weeks to achieve that goal, a month at the most.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I've noticed is that I always, before, I really didn't need a belt with a lot of the pants that I was wearing, but now uh, I have to wear a belt, and even then, I have to, adjust it, from day to day because, with the weight loss, it's just, I keep tightening the belt.
That's a good thing. That's a great thing. No doubt. No doubt.
You go, boy.
That's right.
You go, boy.
We're not mad at you. We're glad at you.
You
And
sure are.
if you have to show your behind every now and then, tell them it's for a good cause. That's right. That's right. Well, I gotta say, I'm really proud. You two brothers did a good job of knocking out the park. And I really do sincerely feel that you will be able to keep up this level of progress, measurable progress, as you continue along this pathway.
Absolutely. Again, it's this amount of about staying consistent with the course that we're on. Remember the lessons, the tutelage that we learned while we were out there under your care. And just thanking God, man, for every day that we live, that it's going to be better than the day before.
Absolutely. And also, I'll let you brothers know, I do a weekend retreat on Zoom. So I think I did send you the retreat, the weekend last weekend, and but you brothers weren't able to join us. I hope that you do sign up for the retreat. It's on Saturdays. I hope you do sign up. It's Saturday around a little bit after noon. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. I have for the alumni of Living Superfood. I do a question and answer session. Did you get that invitation?
I did. I did. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't able to this past Saturday. I had an invitation to feed the homeless on that day. So we do that
Mm-hmm.
once a month. So I should be able to take advantage of it in weeks to come.
Awesome, awesome. Michael, did you receive your invitation?
Yes, yes. I also received my invitation, and that is, kind of around my workout schedule time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I may try to, rearrange some things in my schedule so I can go ahead and make the retreat.
Yeah, well, if you can make it, I can guarantee you, you will consistently get the numbers that you want. You will get the outcome. You will get the transformation. So even if required to junk around your schedule, I cannot overemphasize the point. This is the follow up you must have to be able to maintain the momentum that you have been maintaining. If you see yourself stagnating and the numbers are not moving the way they were moving before, definitely you want to jump in on this weekly conversation, at least for a month.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome, awesome. Is there anything we have not yet touched on?
No, I think that's everything.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I pretty much shared my experience. So yeah, I think that's about it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I can say it was a wonderful delight having you two out here with me, and got a chance to enjoy some basketball games here too. I see you guys as Cleveland Browns are still going strong. Did you want to relate a little bit to that before we move forward?
Well, the Cavaliers, they're on the
Yeah,
threshold.
Cavaliers. Hmm.
Yeah, they're on the threshold of sweeping the Miami Heat. So we're happy about that, but it doesn't get any easier after this series here.
That's right. Yeah, Cleveland Browns. I don't know what I was thinking about, but
That's okay. Go Browns. Mike's a Raider. He's a Raiders fan. So Yeah, we forgive him.
That's okay. All right, all right. Well, go Cleveland Cavs. Go everybody out there.
Yeah, right,
Go
right,
to
right.
go to libradio.com and get a book. Get a book or two or three. Eric, you got a good collection of my books. Michael, you got a good collection as well. Are you guys been able to keep up on your studies?
Yeah, I actually, as a matter of fact, I've got them sitting on my front room table in the order
Mm-hmm.
that I received them. I also got the Joy of Juicing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the book that you were telling me to get?
Yeah, and I told you you cannot have mine.
Yeah, right. Well, I ordered mine and it came today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That
Yeah,
book is loaded with some dynamite recipes. And you also, from my understanding, you did get your juicer there. Was there a juicer arrived there before you got home?
it did. It did. It went to my girlfriend's house. Mike picked it up, and he's got him a juicer, and I got me a juicer.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, make sure you keep good record of the delightful juices you make. If there's something you need to share with somebody else, that Saturday forum is a good chance to share those kind of things with others who will be in the Zoom class as well.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Brother Michael, Brother Eric, I'm so proud of both of you.
Yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you, Chef Keedy. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. I'm looking forward to coming back on.
We're going to have a great time together, and you will see this. This will be on in rotation on LIB Radio for the next week or so. And just stay tuned, and we will be checking back with you. Peace, brothers. I wish you both the absolute success.
Okay. Godspeed.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you now.
Peace and prosperity. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for today. We enjoyed this conversation with two good brothers, two really deserving people. You know, we've talked a lot about healthcare here on LIB Radio, and I am writing the book Chewicide. In fact, this was the last contribution to the book that I was looking for. And so you can expect Chewicide to be on your table real soon. And also let you know if you're in Las Vegas this coming Saturday, May 3rd, will be our first Saturday of the month Living Superfood Feast. And you will be able to join me and our guests around our feasting table. We are going to throw down. We're going to have a beautiful time, and it's going to be made all the more beautiful with you being a part of it as well. So I'm going to ask you to join us, join us, join us. And on that note, you've been tuned into your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio. We are LIB TV. We are truly livinginblack.com. So tell your friends to tell their friends that we have our own now. And we're very, very proud of who we are and what we have, and very proud to be coming at you for LIB Radio, LIB TV, and Living in Black. This is Kidi Obiawadu signing out for right now. I want to thank my brothers Eric and Michael for agreeing to come on today with their inspiring stories. Truly, truly inspiring. And that is all we have for you today. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this bumper music and take you out of the show for today on LIB Radio, LIB TV, on livinginblack.com. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you. Jobless. Peace now.